activity. So we move to the next slide. So the next slide, which is part of our objective in this particular lesson, which is the circumference, finding the circumference of a circle. First of all, what is the circumference of a circle? The circumference of a circle is distance around the circle. Yes. So, but it can be calculated when the radius or diameter is given. You can calculate it. Yes. We can find what a circumference is when the radius or the diameter of that circle is given. Don't forget, the pi, which is a constant value, is 22/7 or 3.142. So we are going to use that value and use it with our given radius or diameter to find our circumference. So in a question, before we move to any question, let's look at what a circumference is. So circumference is distance around a circle, and it has a formula. So knowing your formula in math is very important. Take note of that. Before you start solving problems, you need to know what the formula is, especially in this topic, geometry. In any geometric problem, you need to know the formula to apply before you start solving problems. And in this particular case, the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r or pi d. 2 pi r or pi d. So knowing this formula will help you. Don't forget, note diameter is equal to 2 times radius. Yes, not 2d. That's an error. So diameter is 2r, not 2d. So 2 times the radius gives you 1 diameter. Yes, twice of the radius gives you 1 diameter. So what is the question now? The question is, which is a guide for us, which is, what is the circumference of a circle with side 21 cm? Is a question. So let's find what the circumference will be when the radius, when the side yes, this with side 21 cm. Sorry, it's not supposed to be side, it's supposed to be radius. Yes, there is an error in the question. It's supposed to be radius, not side. So but let's work with it in the correct format, which is, what is the circumference of a circle with radius 21 cm? So as I said, you will be given either the radius or the diameter. If you're given the radius, you use 2 pi r. If you're given the diameter, you use pi d. Don't forget, and note, diameter is 2 times radius, while radius is half of diameter. So now let's calculate the circumference. Circumference is equal to 2 pi r, which is 2 times 22/7, because that's what pi is. Don't forget, pi is a constant value, and it is written here. Note, pi is equal to 22/7 equal to 3.142, but we are using the fraction. So we say 2 times 22/7 times, then our radius is 21. So we have to put 21 there. So somebody will be asking, why is times between them? Yes, in algebra, when two things are put together, two letters are put together, or they are put together with a number, the operator between them is times. Yes, multiplication. So 2 times pi times r. That's what 2 pi r means. 2 times pi times r. For example, in math, in algebra, what is xy? Xy means x times y. What is AB? AB means A times B. So knowing these principles are very important. You can go and look at one of my videos, which I did about 20 algebraic principles. Go back to my channel, look for it, 20 algebraic principles, and learn some of these principles in algebra, because you need them in geometry. In this particular topic, you can see we are using algebraic principles to solve problems. So go back to that video if you can, try and get it, watch it, learn all the principles, and come back. So let's continue. So we are going to start crushing this to the lowest term. Don't forget, this 21 is 21/1. Yes, it's not just 21. There's an invisible over 1 here. So 7 we cancel 21. 7 cancel itself 1, cancels 21, 3. So you will now have 2. Don't forget, this 2 also is a numerator, because it's 2/1, because it's an integer, it's a whole number. So it's, whenever you see a whole number standing on its own, it is divided by 1. So it's 2/1. So all the numerators will multiply, and we have 2 times 22, which is 44. Then 44 times 3, which is what? 132. So that's how to find the circumference of a circle. So we move to the next slide. So there are activities. If you can get progressive math textbook, do that for your child or for yourself. Yes, this particular textbook is for kids, in the basic level or the grade level. So from grade 3 to 5 can use progressive math. That's for primary schools. Yeah, for primary schools, using the Nigerian language. But for the international scheme of things, we can say grade. Yeah, grade. So for from grade 3 to grade 5, you can go and get that program.